everybody, thank you for staying on our channel and subscribing. Plane, train, automobile and boats. It is how we traveled for almost 2 months in Europe, and right now we are traveling by a car in France, and we stopped for a night in Saint-Flour. It is a quite beautiful place. We stopped in the lower part of Saint-Flour. I mean, our hotel was here in the lower part. The town has two parts, a lower part and an upper part. The view of the upper part is very, very beautiful from down here. And I think it is natural that people settle down near rivers, and here Saint-Flour as a city started in the valley near the river. By the way, humans were here during the Bronze Age, 1 to 2,000 years before Christ. Christians arrived to Saint-Flour in the 5th century AD. It's a quite beautiful place.
Here we are in the town of Saint-Flour. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly, or Saint-Flour. It's an old town. The cathedral up there was established, I think, in the 900s maybe. I've forgotten what I read on the internet, but according to the internet, it's a typical French country town. It's basically always had, for at least the last 100 years, about 5,000 or 6,000 people, never more, never less. Still has, I think, right at 6,000 people. Not much has happened here. There's not much of interest here. No particular historical sites. If you read the history of the town on the internet, there's the usual squabbles between nobles and the usual passage of soldiers through here, but it was not a place of great importance, strategic or otherwise, and it's just, as I said, a typical French town.
I think we need to go over there.
Tourist access to the high town.
And we are going on the top of the town. There is another part, the older part probably.
Well, there's the high town and the lower town, and they actually have two different names even. Bonjour. To the old town?
Oui. Oh, okay. We need to go here?
Well, we can. Let's do it.
We are taking stairs to the upper part of the town.
It is a quite steep walk to the upper town.
What a strange sculpture. I don't know what it means.
Looks like, I don't know, would that be pumpkins? What is that?
Probably pumpkin.
That's someone's gate.
Yes, I did not notice that it is a gate.
Into a garden, which makes sense that it would have vegetables on
And
it.
there's a garden.
After we reached the middle of the way up, we notice a gate and it says close the gate after you pass. At first we did not understand why, and then noticed that people keep some water here. Again we thought why. It appeared that it is a gold truck. In the past it connected the lower part and upper part, and I don't know right now they have goats here or not. Probably yes, because they keep some water for them. From this point you can see the upper part only, the outer upper part, and you know it seems like nobody lives there. We had this impression.
Look at this door. Where it goes, I'm wondering.
I don't know, look on the inside of the fence. It goes into the earth.
Nowhere. It goes just in the dirt.
Oh, maybe there's a sprinkler system, or I don't know.
Sprinkler system here? I don't know. And there's another door. Look at the row.
It's a beautiful door.
Yes, but look at the rows in the stone.
Yeah.
Actually, not the rose, it is zinnia. It is the flower, zinnia.
They just made a flower pot out of that stone.
Uh-huh. And look at the mailbox, hubby.
Beautiful.
Uh-huh.
And of course, the best view of a lower town and the valley is from here. You notice when I showed you the upper town from the valley, from the hotel area where we stayed, you can't understand how, you can't judge how big the upper part is. And we were surprised when we walked in right here in the plaza. We saw that actually, wow, it is huge. By the way, it is a cathedral in the upper part. Very big cathedral. And all tourists actually stopped here. There are many hotels, expensive hotels. Hotels in the lower part cost less. Many nice restaurants. Many interesting shops. I will show you a little bit later. And again, we were surprised to see how huge this area is. But if you pass this place, stop and look at it. It is really interesting. And now let's look at the cathedral.
French cuisine is obviously one of the world's best, and in France you find many gourmet stores. I love to go in the gourmet stores and see the kinds of things that are for sale and are eaten, which you don't usually find in the United States. And in this particular town, they seem to be very fond of a particular product that you never see in the United States, but you do see frequently in France. And in this town in France, they seemed to love them because they were for sale in every little gourmet shop that we entered throughout the town of St. Flour. And the product that I'm talking about is rooster testicles, testicles du coq, which you see here. And they were literally around everywhere. I have no idea how they're prepared or how they're eaten, but they sure are popular in this town. But there were some great gourmet stores, some great pastry shops. You see one here where I actually bought, I think, a piece of pizza, as I recall, and it was outstanding. So lots of good food to be had in Saint Flour, as is true in pretty much all of France, everywhere you go. Here's the Saint Flour Cathedral, which during the time of the French Revolution, when religion was out of favor and churches were converted into something else, this was actually a hall where they traded in grains. They stored and they sold grains of different types, so it was called the House of Grains. But then after the furor of the French Revolution and the anti-religious feeling subsided, it was returned to its original purpose as a church, as a religious building, which is what it remains to this day. I think this is the church that also has the Black Christ portrayed on the inside, which is pretty unusual, but St. Flour's Church is known for that as well.
Okay. The piece of old wall. The piece of the old wall. They kept it and built something on the other side. Look at this door.
What is it?
The door.
I told you how old this place is, but anyway, in the United States, we don't see any old buildings like this. And for us, it was really amazing to see it. Not only amazing, but also interesting.
It is a hotel.
Oh,
Old hotel. Old building. Look at the door. And there is a little market. Let's see what they sell. Of course, beautiful flowers. Fruit. Grapes. Look, chestnuts.
look how good these grapes look.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I like it too. Cheese. Of course, cheese. Bonjour. Mushrooms.
Et Hervé, il l'a vendu?
I'm sorry, I speak English.
My attention attracted one man who was curving here on the plaza. He was curving, I don't know, not a wood, it is stone. And people were watching, people were interested to see how he does it. And of course, he was selling his product. I don't know if anybody buys anything, but apparently people buy. If nobody is buying, he would not sit here, I think. And what is next? Next was the transatlantic cruise. For 26 days, the Princess Cruise. This particular boat was the model for the TV show The Love Boat. And of course, we made many stops in many countries. We will show you Qatar, Montenegro, Dubrovnik, Croatia, Corfu, Greece, Sicily, Cinque Sorrento, Pompeii, Taormina, Italy, Corsica, France, Gibraltar, and San Cruz de Tenerife, Spain. And in the end, we will tell you pros and cons of crossing the ocean on a cruise ship. And next time, Qatar, Montenegro. See you very soon. Goodbye.